Perfetto, rieccoci un'altra volta su Scarlet Nexus, dove abbiamo da fare dei social link con Hanabi e Gemma. Soltanto è passato un po' dall'ultima volta che ho registrato in realtà, quindi devo un attimo riprenderci la mano. Allora, no, questo non era per aprire i messaggi. Mentre decidete la vostra prossima meta, vi do qualche informazione su Seiran e Togetsu. Togetsu, come spiegato dal generale maggiore Karen, è uno stato religioso situato sul monte Ieno. Seiran è invece la base operativa del gruppo del generale maggiore Karen, e questo lo considerano un commilitone. Ma sapere che stanno conducendo ricerche su quelle fiale e sugli estranei usati come armi rende Seiran tanto sospetta quanto suo. Non so se possiamo fidarci di loro. È complicato, non possiamo fidarci ciecamente di nessuna delle due fazioni. Non mi piace tutta questa aura di mistero intorno a Togetsu, ma almeno vorrà dire che ci sarà molto da scoprire. Per quanto riguarda Seiran, il vantaggio è che conosciamo bene l'avversario. Lascio a te la decisione finale, Yuito. Vabbè, una notizia, Yuito, ho finito di aggiornare il programma, mi trovi da Musubi, ok? E Yuito, devo dirti una cosa, raggiungimi da Musubi. Sto cercando di accantonare le nostre situazioni, voglio parlarti faccia a faccia, fidati di me. Fidati di me. Vai, Shiden, andiamo.
You're late again, but it's fine. I forgive you.
Ma quanto sei gentile.
Thanks. What do you want?
I have some things to say about the way you fight. I've seen you fight many times, and you have a lot of wasted movement. You need to always be reading your enemy's movements and consider your next move. Use your brain.
So he calls me here to criticize me?
Hey, are you listening? I'm spending my precious time on you here.
I don't really know what's going on. Why did you want to talk?
Because you helped me before, however slightly. I'm returning the favor by giving you some advice.
Sounded a lot like you were making fun of me.
You can leave if you don't want my advice.
He's annoying, but he has been in the OSF longer than me. If he really wants to help, I guess I'll listen. All right, I'm all ears.
A wise decision. You can't win without hard work. Though I'm sure that doesn't make sense to someone who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Vabbè.
He can't stop with the insults. I bet he doesn't have any friends.
I told you to read your enemy's movements, but it must be hard for an inexperienced rookie to do that. Instead of relying on hazy knowledge, it's better to work on reaction time and calm decision-making skills. Unfortunately, you lack both right now. It's a miracle you're still alive.
Bene.
Was it incredibly good luck? Or was it your teammates?
I listened to you and all you did was insult me. You hate my guts. Any reason why?
Perché sei il protagonista, io no.
I go out of my way to help you, and you think that's an insult?
Come on, that last bit was definitely an insult.
I'll tell you if you really want to know. I haven't liked you since the first day I met you. Since I was scouted, I worked for years to get strong. I've been near death more times than I can count. How could I like someone who was born in the Sumeragi family and pampered his whole life?
Who my family is doesn't matter. I'm my own person.
No matter what you think of yourself, everyone else only sees the Sumeragi boy.
È proprio quello il problema.
That may be true, but
If you don't like it, you have to become strong enough to surpass your name. The fact that a volunteer soldier like you made it into Captain Seto's platoon had to have been because of your family connections.
Va bene.
what?
Another thing I hate is those dolls you guys collect. Packin' or whatever. What's cute about such a weird little thing?
There's some things you just don't say. It's Baki, not Packin. That's rude to Baki. What's with you anyway? You're just
Puoi
spewing
parlare male di me, ma non puoi parlare male di Baki.
What? You're the one who complained when I was just trying to give you advice.
That wasn't advice. It was just nagging and insults. I've had enough. I'm out of here.
A Shiden non piace Yuito Sumeragi. Arashi. Vai, sperando non ci faccia ingozzare di nuovo.
I've added new functions to version 1.1 of the Forced Break program. It's a system that teaches you simple relaxation methods when you enter rest mode.
I didn't come here to test this, Arashi. Why don't you quit developing this program? I just don't know about forcing a break through a program. There are easier ways to help people relax. You could offer to listen to their problems, or give them some advice.
I'll have to explore those options. Why don't you tell me about your problems then, Yuito?
I don't know where to start. Like my family and brother?
That's a bit of a touchy issue.
I had no idea he was involved in something like that. He even set me up as a traitor. My dad didn't tell me anything either.
I understand your confusion. Although I can understand why the chief did what he did.
Does that mean you approve
Io
of their
no.
methods?
Non ho capito.
I don't endorse them or forgive what they did. However, the way they're willing to sacrifice their own family if necessary is something I can see myself doing.
You could sacrifice your own brother depending on the situation?
I would, but he wouldn't be able to make the same decision. For better or worse, he's still a child. You two are similar in that way. Children think they can save everyone, but that's not how reality works. There will always be something that needs to be sacrificed. Grown-ups have to figure out the line to draw on what to give up.
I think you hate being that kind of grown-up.
You might be right. If I stayed a kid, I might be happier thinking I could do anything. Being able to selfishly slack off whenever I want is something a grown-up gets to do.
Grown-ups shouldn't slack off.
You really are so much like him.
Programma stavo sviluppando è stato messo in sospeso, ora non ho niente da fare. C'è qualcos'altro di cui volevi parlare? Il centro di assistenza Arashi è aperto. Potresti dare un'occhiata al mio SAS per assicurarmi che sia tutto a posto. Oh, guarda un po', è l'orario di chiusura del centro di assistenza Arashi spiacente, magari la prossima volta. Allora, posso farti un dono? Set di bottiglie pregiate? Arazzo Baki in regalo da Gemma. Vai, evento legame.
Do you want to go somewhere with me again?
No, ti prego. Sono vecchio.
Sorry, I was just thinking.
I'm here if you need to talk.
One of my friends who retired from the OSF has gone missing. I first learned about it when I got a message from his younger brother. We hadn't talked in a while. He asked me if I might have any ideas, but I couldn't give him any.
Is there anything I can do?
No, I can't trouble you with this. It's a personal problem.
But I want to help. Why don't you just tell me what you can?
The friend who went missing was an old classmate, and then we worked together in the same platoon when he was still in the OSF. But as the years went by, the anti-aging medications' effects weakened, and his body began to age. It's something all children of the state have to face eventually, but he reached his limit sooner than me. His powers waned as he aged, and fighting became too difficult. He retired this past spring.
I'm glad he managed to retire safely and not get hurt or die.
But children of the state face a tough situation after retirement. The body ages normally after they stop taking the medication. But the abuse their brains sustained over so long a time is significant. I hear there are many who receive treatment, but it's not easily cured. If it becomes prolonged, it also affects the patient psychologically.
Do you think your friend wasn't feeling well after retiring?
He was tired, physically and mentally. I tried my best to stay in touch after he left, but after a while he just kept asking me about the OSF and my missions. It seemed like he wanted to come back. He missed his old job after having trouble adjusting to retirement.
It's tough to instantly change your life.
He never wanted to retire to begin with. Those who can no longer fight will never be able to return to the OSF.
Dopo che hai passato un'intera vita a fare qualcosa.
I decided to distance myself from him, so he can finally move on from the military and build a new life for himself. I didn't reply to his messages or meet up with him. Looking back now, I was probably too harsh. His brother said it was cold of me to cut off all contact like that. I can't blame his brother for saying that. It might be my fault he disappeared. Maybe I pushed him away when he needed me the most.
You did it for your friend's sake. You can't blame yourself for that. For now, you should do what you can. Have you tried calling your friend?
No, I haven't reached out to him yet.
Then try messaging him. Even if you don't know where he is, it should reach him if he's safe. Maybe he's just waiting for you to contact him.
Waiting here won't get me anywhere. There's no reply.
Let's wait a little longer to see if it reaches him.
Or it reached him, but he's not planning to reply. Back when we were in the
dramma delle
OSF
chat.
together, we could easily brain talk with each other and had GPS to know our location.
That's not available since he retired. Why don't you keep messaging him and wait to see what happens for now? I'll see if there's anything else we could do.
I'm glad for your help.
The OSF database could have information on Gemma's friend. The data's locked. I guess that's not a surprise. There's an OSF matter I want you to look into whenever you're free.
So, information that can't be found through official channels. Send me the info. I'll look into it.
I guess I don't need to mention it, but you don't avoid me.
Do other people avoid you?
Yeah,
no.
the youngsters probably feel awkward around an old man like me. I'm used to it, but it can still hurt, so I'm grateful.
Yay, livello 4. Non è bello inviare messaggi se non si riceve risposta. Possiamo parlare un po' così potrò distrarmi. Per me va bene tutto, rispondi non appena leggi questo messaggio. Sai, mi ricorda il testo di una canzone molto famosa, non la conosco bene, ma parla di qualcuno che non ricevendo risposta a un suo messaggio non riesce più a dormire e mangiare. Oh, me la ricordi, una canzone d'amore, scusa, prima non stavo cercando di fare una battuta. L'amore può turbarti e buttarti giù, non trovi? È un sentimento che non riesco più a capire ormai. Forse perché sto diventando vecchio, so bene che l'amore non fa per me. Ti ringrazio, ho imparato qualcosa. Molto triste. Do racchette da squash a chiunque. Così giochiamo tutti a squash, vai. Facciamo la squadra. Mi dovrebbe sfidare tutti gli altri. Vedi, voglio pure Luca è d'accordo. Vai, una bella partita a squash, mi gioco fatto bene.
I'd like to get to know you even better. I was actually thinking the same thing.
I think we can be better friends.
Vai, un altro regalo. Ognuno ha il suo angolino. Dove l'ha messo il drone? Vediamo. Ah, che carino ci gioca.
Did something happen?
It's nothing.
Come on, you can tell me.
The other day, when I was battling an other, I accidentally burned
Oh,
a
no.
building that was nearby, and Gemma scolded me. He said that my control of my powers was rough, and I'd eventually end up hurting those I need to protect. Gemma asked me what I wanted to be as a member of the OSF, and to think hard about what I'm fighting for. I still can't picture what I want to strive for.
You did mention that you never thought about what you wanted to do in the OSF.
The suspicious secrets and inhumane experiments? Just awful things that ruined that image I had of the OSF as a kid. After finding out that the organization we're in caused a lot of suffering to so many people, I can't picture anything positive when someone asks me what I want to fight for as a member of the OSF.
I understand that feeling of disappointment. Finding out this isn't the organization you thought it was. But you're the one who's out there fighting. You just need to figure out what you're fighting for as an individual, not as part of the OSF.
I'm not sure if I have one.
I bet you'll come up with something if you think about it. If there's no reason, then why have you been fighting by my side all this time?
It's because you...
I what?
Nothing. I'll try thinking about it some more.
There's no rush.
Dai, Hanabi, te l'aveva
Always
servito
here
su
if
un
you want
piatto
to talk.
d'argento.
Thanks. It's not like me to doubt myself like this. Feeling sad won't change anything. I'm going to find a reason to fight. Thanks for cheering me up.
You were always cheering me up when we were kids. So it's my turn now.
You don't owe me anything. But I'm happy to hear you say that. It's more fun living in the unit than I thought.
It's a little inconvenient, though.
But everyone in our platoon is nice. And I'm always with you. I hope we can keep fighting together. Being with you makes me feel... safe.
Maybe it's time to move beyond being childhood friends. What? Nothing.
Why are you anxious? I like
Okay.
our childhood friends.
Sono fatta prendere dalla nostalgia quando ti sei messo a parlare della tua infanzia. Quante avventure in quell'ospedale. Già mi trascinavi ovunque, ogni volta non vedevo l'ora di rivederti. Anch'io spero ancora di essere capace di tirarti su come facevo allora. Ah, quanto sono carini. Penso abbiamo fatto tutto qua. Tutti gli eventi legame possibili e immaginabili. C'è Wataru, ma chi se ne frega di Wataru? La prossima volta andiamo avanti con la storia. Ciao!